What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I would like to start a new series of videos where I'll be playing games and obviously talking about them. I'll be giving my impressions of the game, I'll be talking about the graphics, I'll be talking about performance, loading times, I'll be talking about any performance resolution modes, how that work and that kind of stuff. So I'll be covering that a little bit. So I won't be giving you reviews, but generally I'll be giving you my general feeling on the game and how it runs, right? I'll not be doing any pixel counts, nothing like that. This is Digital Foundry's work, so they'll do that. I'll be covering a lot of Xbox games, PlayStation games. There's a ton of games on Game Pass, so obviously I'll be focusing on those. But a lot of PlayStation 5 games going to be covered on that channel as well. So probably I'll make a PlayStation 5 video tomorrow on Ratchet and Clank, because that game got a 60 frames per second patch. So that's great to hear. And I did that in the past couple of times, but I want this to become a series, right? So yeah, I mean, today I'll be covering Cyberpunk 2077, a game that got released a couple of months ago. It released a number of patches because there were some issues with these patches and general performance of the game. That game has got fixed for the most part, still not running great on Xbox One. I did cover that yesterday, so let's just jump into that game. Obviously I started this game already. Actually the menu is in Polish, so let me change the at least interface and stuff. Audio can stay like that. Actually, let's change to English everything. Let's adjust it. Yeah, because like when I'll be changing the settings, I want this to be English, of course. So I'm Polish, so that's why my Xbox and everything around it is in Polish. So yeah, I'll be just changing the settings. So anyway, like this game got released in December. It wasn't really the greatest start of the start. The game got fixed pretty much. It runs very well right now on most of the consoles except Xbox One, unfortunately. Still, on that console, it's not great. It's 25 frames per second, that kind of stuff. I've seen a number of comparisons. So yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately, right? Now, obviously, I'm running this on Xbox Series X, so it's one of the best versions. We've got PC at the top, and we've got Xbox and PlayStation 5 version up there as well. Even though the PlayStation and Xbox Series X didn't get a next-gen patch yet, right? So yeah, we're just running this in backwards compatibility mode. And listen, at the end of the day, the game is running at quite high resolution. I think it's like close to 1440p on Xbox Series X, and I think it's a little bit lower on PlayStation 5. It's not 1440p, just it's close. It's like 1250p or something like that, somewhere in the middle. Now, the good thing about this game is that a number of patches removed, because they use a temporal anti-aliasing, right? And unfortunately, that was making this game very blurry, no matter what resolution I would change it to. And obviously, this is dynamic resolution, so if I go outside, the resolution might drop. So like everything is pretty sharp in this particular location. But yeah, I mean, it's just close quarters, and there's nothing really major to draw, right? If I go outside, then that's going to change. Another thing is that you've got this. If you press the select button, you go to settings and you go to graphics or video. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, the video. You've got performance and you've got quality mode. Quality mode will make this game to run at 30 frames per second but high resolution, but you can see already how juddery it is, right? And like when we talk about close quarters, like that kind of closed locations, the resolution doesn't change much because, like I said, the dynamic resolution on Xbox is keeping that resolution high in the performance mode in that kind of locations anyway, right? I will switch back to 60 frames per second because it's just hurting my eyes. Yeah, listen, guys. Once you get used to 60, there's no going back. Hold on. Oh no, now it's better. It's much smoother. You can see it straight away, right? So yeah, let's go outside. Let's see how things look out there. Generally speaking, unfortunately, sometimes you can feel some frame drops here and there, like over here there was. It's not often we get that, but these do happen. So it's worth noting that. But generally speaking, that game really runs very well, and you can clearly tell that the resolution dropped right now. Oh, there we go. There's some frame drops here and there. Nothing major, but you can feel it, right? It's not major issue, especially if you've got VRR turned on. Obviously I'm using capture card right now, so it doesn't support VRR. Yeah, but generally speaking, like, this game looks good. I really enjoy that game. I started playing that game as a different character recently. By the way, my sister deleted my save where I put like 25 hours in or something like that. Well, maybe 15, maybe 20 or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, I had to start from scratch. Obviously, I'm still looking forward to the proper next-gen patch, but nobody really know when that's coming, right? So, which is a shame, but you can clearly see that the actual resolution dropped over here. It's not as sharp as when I was in my own, room. And yeah, let's close it down. Okay, lost. But I remember when the first time I played it, that place was very juddery, but now it's pretty smooth. I can't feel any frames dropping, but resolution is on the lower side of things. It's much blurry. Let's switch back to resolution mode just to check if that makes any difference. Did that improve? Maybe a little bit. But obviously, you know what? I just feel that, like, even if I lose a little bit of clarity, it's not worth it. Yeah, everything is sharper, that's for sure. But really, it's not major difference. Yeah, let's just switch back to 60 frames per second because, yeah, it's just so much better. And you know what? It's not even that much of a difference, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't see any major difference. They say that in 30 frames per second mode, that game runs at 1800p or something like that. I mean, there's some frame drops here and there. I can feel it, but nothing major, to be honest with you. And yeah, the game looks good, really good. I can't complain. And the graphics is, it's not a next gen game. Let's face it. There's no ray tracing in this game. Yeah, but it plays very well. Now the resolution dropped big time. Yeah, you can see it on the cars and everything. Now it's blurry. But like I said, I mean, I prefer 60 over resolution anyway. I hope that the next gen patch will actually address that will get higher resolution at 60 frames per second. They talk about ray tracing support, but you know what? I feel that my worry is that if they start pushing ray tracing, will get just a little bit better graphics, but then resolution will drop to frame rate will drop to 30. So that's not the way I want it. I wouldn't mind ray tracing if that is to be more like an option, then that's fine. They can do it. But other than that, I wouldn't really, I just want 60 frames per second, right? Yeah, resolution drops. No, it just kicked in. Now it's higher. I mean, it depends. Yeah, but listen, generally speaking, the performance is very good on Xbox Series X. The graphics looks good as well. The city is, quite densely populated. I know that a lot of people complained about lack of NPCs and not enough people and cars on the streets and stuff. I think they improved it a little bit since launch, so it's not that bad anymore. Yeah, but you know what? That game is very enjoyable. If you play that game on any console other than Xbox One X, you're going to have a lot of fun. Unless you like playing games that police is kind of very suspicious of me for some reason, because I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'll just go away. So yeah, listen, that game is really good. Looks like this chap is waiting for me. Right, he wants to offer me a mission. So yeah, I mean, that game really looks and runs pretty well on Xbox Series X. It's nowhere near the PC version, of course, but if you compare it to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox One X, or PlayStation 4 Pro version, obviously it's a massive upgrade anyway. And you know what? Like, it's actually funny because I played that game on my PC as well, and I've got Ryzen 5 6-core 3.6 gigahertz and GTX 1070, and that game on PC is actually runs or looks worse than on that console, right? But obviously, I don't have a powerful PC, so if you've got some RTX cards or the latest AMD cards, it's going to be a different story, of course, right? So high resolution, better textures and everything, so it makes a difference. So listen, that's it for that video. Really appreciate your support, guys. Obviously I'll continue making those, and don't worry, I'll be making other news videos as well. I just wanted to cover more games as well, and obviously Game Pass is just tremendous, and there's a lot of games that we can cover. And obviously on top of that, I'll be covering games that I'll bought as well, just like Cyberpunk. I'll be covering FPS boost games. I own a couple of them as well. So yeah, guys, really appreciate all support. And guys, let me know, what do you think about that kind of series? Do you want me to continue with these videos? And you will have a great day, and I'll see you in next video. Take care.